When it comes to jokes about swarthy foreigners, Etwell can't hold a candle to David Oldfield, former political advisor to Pauline Hanson and now midnight to dawn presenter on Sydney's 2GB. On the night after Barack Obama became president-elect, he enjoyed this merry little exchange with a listener called Alex.
I'm just concerned they're going to rename the White House the Black House.
No, that just paint half of a black. He's half white. He's half white. His wife will have to be in the black house because she's all black.
Which half is the black half? That's what I'd like to know, David.
He likes a joke, does our David? And he's not too fussy about the subject. The night before, he'd had a listener called Michael on the air, apparently very distressed at the prospect of an Obama presidency.
The white man is going to be the slave of black man. Now, I'm feeling very emotional. What's happening to America? This is the land of...
Now, don't cry, Michael, because we want to clearly hear what you're saying. It's important what you're saying, Michael.
This country, this America was land of the free, home of the brave, and a slave man is going to take over the White House. White House. A black man is...
Well, look at it this way. He's half white. Let's think of it as the white half in control and the black half doing the work. As long as they don't make the Americans force-feed them watermelon, it could be a lot worse, you know.
I'm going to have a nervous break.
Do you get the feeling that David Oldfield is having fun? Not taking this bizarre conversation seriously? Well, you'd be right. The call was a prank, one of a series that took up a big chunk of the programme, and Oldfield was onto it. It all started well before midnight on an internet message board for students, wittily called boardofstudies.org. That's spelt B-O-R-E-D, with this post from someone called Ben Civiletti.
David Oldfield can't believe a black man winning the election. I dare, mainly because I'm not brave enough to, any left-wing bozer to talk about the US election with him.
Ben's mates took up the challenge. Soon after midnight, Miles called, then Big Boy James, and at around 12:30, Sam04U, whose posts to the website are decorated with a hammer and sickle. But discussing Barack Obama on Oldfield's radio show, Sam's politics were very different.
I mean, aside from his documented links with domestic terrorists, radical Muslims and other such, the man is a socialist.
Yeah, the socialism thing's the most obvious and prominent one for me. All of the other matters may not be entirely correct.
The link's actually pretty well defined. Actually, I called him a man. I don't want to insult mankind. He's a subhuman. He's not really a man. I mean, can you imagine that?
David Oldfield could. At least he didn't react at all to Sam calling Senator Obama subhuman on air. So Sam obviously decided to see how much further he could push this sick game.
I say lynch him all. Lynch Obama too.
Well, I don't know about lynching anybody for it.
Mate, we should hang them up like they did years ago. Wrap rope around their neck.
You're not a member of the KKK or something, are you?
No.
Even then, Oldfield didn't pull the plug on Sam. As for the lads and ladettes on the BOS website, they were beside themselves.
This man is better than I would ever be. Subhuman.
Lynch Obama too.
Go forth, troll.
According to Wikipedia, a troll in internet parlance is
someone who posts controversial, inflammatory, irrelevant or off-topic messages in an online community with the intention of provoking other users into an emotional response.
And Sam was trolling the Oldfield show with a vengeance. That same night, he called back in, this time pretending to be an African-American called Jamal from Chicago. By now, Oldfield was onto him and happy to play the game.
And you letting people come on here talking about lynching Obama. That's crazy, man. That's messed up. That's no good.
But what do you think? Do you think they wanted to lynch the white half of him or the black half of him?
The black half of him.
Well, they'd only half lynch him then.
Why you ain't defend us, cracker?
Well, that's not for me. What actually is a cracker? I thought it was something you put some cheese on.
You is a cracker.
I is a cracker.
You is a cracker.
Oh, okay. Right. Are you having grits today at all?
What you talking about?
Well, isn't that what you people eat, grits and watermelon?
Why are you being a racist on the radio?
I'm just playing along with you, Jamal.
Playing along is right. In fact, later that night, Oldfield told his listeners,
I mean, there is a chance that Jamal was extraordinarily serious. Not a big chance, we don't think. Not a big chance. But it was all a bit of fun. All a bit of fun, really, I thought.
A bit of fun? When we asked 2GB programme director Peter Brennan about these exchanges, he took the same view.
David ameliorates the otherwise sensitive subject matter of the call through the use of comic tone.
Well, Peter, a radio station in the United States that allowed that sort of comedy would be lucky to stay on air. Race and slavery and lynching just aren't considered funny over there. They're not actually funny here either. The silly kids who call in ought to feel ashamed of themselves. But it's Oldfield who happily gave them airtime over 3 nights, and 2GB doesn't pay him to feel shame. Come to think of it, 2GB, why do you pay him? Maybe you should stop.